Well, welcome back everyone, and those that are watching on TV. Back to the Mangroves Health Institute. For our living food class, we've got some incredible recipes. We promised we'd do some raw recipes for breakfast. And on top of it, we have a special guest this evening, Homer Hartage, that is the CEO of Nuchia. This is a company that's producing grain. It's actually chia seeds. This goes back, we're talking to the ancient Mayan cultures. And I'm not going to take over here. We're going to let Homer tell us a little bit about the chia seed, why you got into it, and why it's so good.
Okay, well first, I'm just delighted to be here. As he said, I'm Homer Hartage, and I'm CEO of a company called Nuchia Foods Corporation. And we're committed to bringing back one of the old ancient grains. Many of you have heard of chia seeds. Well, chia seeds historically go back 3,800 years. They've been cultivated as a food product since the Mayans and the Aztecs back 500 years ago. The research has shown that the diet of the Mayans was actually as healthy or healthier than our diet when you add up things like the minerals, the omega-3s, the fibers, and the things that generally made people healthy. Well, this grain kind of fell off the scene many years ago, some due to religion, some due to growth in the market of other grains, but there are several people now trying to bring this back. And our company is one of the companies trying to bring this super grain back into the food market. If you look at it on the internet, you'll see it called several things: chia seeds, the running food, the super grain, the superfood. All these are names you'll see. You'll also see it called by its common name, which is Slavia Hispanica L. And all of that is on our package. But our commitment is different from most companies in the chia business. Most companies in the chia business are working with chia seeds as a nutritional supplement. And there are very good reasons for that. The good reasons for that is that the nutritional value and the health benefits are so great that you can actually sell this as a medical product in many cases, as a nutritional supplement. They're selling it because it relieves things like arthritis very quickly. It lowers the glycemic index, not only the seed itself, but it actually lowers that glycemic index of foods that you add it to. If you are diabetic and you take just the seed, we don't have to, the seed is not up here now, but take just the seed, then the seed, this is the seed here. The seed itself will lower blood sugar, so if someone has diabetes and they're taking this seed, they're going to generally see their blood sugar go down relatively quickly, and generally in 3 to 4 days. If you're trying to naturally control weight or the amount of muscle you have in your body, this grain will naturally do that because it has a satiety property which makes your body thinks that it's filled. And so you actually, not only do you not desire to eat, but it turns the triggers off in your body that tells you to eat, and at the same time it gives you all the nutrients that you need for a day. Now the medical research, the university research, and the private research all show that this is probably the healthiest grain available when you look at things like omega-3 and your vitamins and your minerals. We're excited about it.
I'm excited.
Our commitment is to bring this back as a food. We're the only company in the country that's committed to bringing this back as a functional food, and we have 3 products. One that you're going to see tonight is our original chia seed flour, which you can use to bake raw. You can also bake with it. It is the only functional flour in the country now that works the way the whole wheat flour works. You just take it, add it to your favorite recipes, and cook. No special stuff if you're celiac, no special stuff if you're trying to avoid wheat.
And there's no gluten.
No glutens, and it's non-GMO. This is one of the heirloom grain seeds. This is the flour. And then we had an interesting phone call a few weeks ago. Someone called and said, your original chia flour is mixed with all that organic brown rice flour. We said, yes, that's to make it work really great for the average baker. They said, but our kid, that's right.
That's the original.
That's the original. But it says our kid is allergic to organic brown rice. So we were already in the process of developing a sister product, which is 100% chia flour. This is 100% chia seed meal, using a special process that we have to create a flour, and you're going to see this shortly. We also, this week at Soho Show, and keeping it in line with our theory of bringing this back as a food, there are just some people out there that just plain old don't really want to cook, but they want to eat. so we've started to roll out what we call a new line of chia seed snacks. They're called zuccas. I mean, if you can't be a cookie if you're not made of wheat, so we figured it was a zucca. So you'll see Zucca's in the market soon. Chamberlain's has picked us up. Atkins has picked us up. We're in several markets in the Sarasota, Naples area, but this is a coconut cookie that came on the market this week, and a chocolate chip cookie. And we have, I want to say, I can't say 12 or 13 different snacks that have already been designed and formulated that'll be rolling out on the market starting like last month and all through next year. So this is an amazing product. They're in for a tremendous treat. Oh, yeah. All of these items are made with our products and with the seeds, and I'm just delighted. Charles, we really appreciate you. Really great.
You coming. It's
great
always
job.
good to have an expert in our midst.
Yeah, we love it. We could talk on for hours about this great grain, but most of what I could say you'll find on the back of the bag, or you'll find on the internet or in various research papers on that you might find. Later on, if you have questions, we'd be delighted to address them, but you're in for an amazing treat. You're going to find out what made the Aztecs so strong. There were many historically that thought that the only reason they couldn't defeat the Aztecs was because of the Chia. And back in those days, if my village conquered your village and you didn't have any Chia, you were in a lot of trouble. It was actually part of the victors of the spoils. So many thousands of pounds of Chia had to be given to the victor. So it really was a great grain. We're happy to be here, delighted, appreciate the honor and the opportunity. Thank you all.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
You're going to love this one. There's a lot of simple recipes, real fast and easy. We promised before that we would do some breakfast ideas, breakfast recipes, so tonight's theme is centered towards breakfast, and of course, our special theme is the chia seed. And as I dug through and started researching, it is dumbfounding. This little tiny seed that you think is so insignificant, right there has 2 times the protein of any other grain, twice the amount of protein. So you're talking, what am I going to eat for breakfast? Right there is twice as much protein as any other grain is going to give you. 5 times the amount of calcium as a glass of milk in a tablespoon. 3 times the antioxidant value than blueberries. This is incredible. Not only is it a protein, it's an antioxidant, it's alkaline forming. And as you'll see, our first recipe on your sheet is the Chia Seed Gel. This is something everybody can eat every single day, real simple. I've got 1/3 cup of the chia seeds to 2 cups of water. Leave it in here, look, just like a flaxseed. Those polysaccharides come out, becomes very gelatinous. It has almost no flavor, which is beautiful because that means you can take it any direction you want to take it. You want to make it salty, you want to make it sweet, but you can just eat it straight. I read a reference in the Mayan cultures, like you were talking, the word chia meant strength. That was where it came from in the Mayan culture. And their little runner guys that would run around delivering messages or whatever they were doing running, they would run around and have a little sack of chia seeds. And the theory was that 1 tablespoon of chia seed could sustain a man for 24 hours worth of energy. That's incredible. I don't know of any other seed, any other vegetable that I've seen that reference to. I am so deeply and profoundly impressed. I'm embarrassed that I haven't spoke of it before, and I do see why it would be listed as a medicinal food. Let your food be your medicine be your food. Right there, one of the #1 things that I think you can possibly add into your diet. I don't see any downside, no gluten like you have in other grains and products. And look at the high nutritional value, twice the amount of protein. This right here takes about, a couple hours to get smooth and creamy. The longer it sits, the more gelatinous it'll get. This one, I just add a little bit of dulse. We've always been talking about dulse, purple dulse seaweed, the high mineral values in seaweed. Well, adding that in, letting it sit for any of those non-carnivores that want to have their caviar, right there. There's a vegetarian caviar. Purple dulse seaweed gives you the salty, fishy flavor. Add it into the gel. How much? I just did about an equal amount of each. Let it sit there and get nice and jelly. And if you've ever had caviar, it's kind of got that sloppy, goopy kind of style. So we'll let you serve a little of that on our flax crackers so you can taste a little of the raw caviar, the vegetarian style caviar.